And one of Texas's most disturbing serial murder cases is now back in the news as an accomplice to Houston's Candyman killer may be paroled from prison.
Convicted murderer Elmer Wayne Henley is currently serving a prison sentence in Texas, and he's scheduled for a parole hearing this week. Here's more from KVUE's Bob Buckaloo.
It happened inside this house in Pasadena, near Houston, in the early 1970s. The man who lived here then, Dean Corll, murdered dozens of teenage boys who had been lured to his house with the promise of beer and marijuana. Corll was dubbed the Candyman because he once owned a candy store. Corll's two accomplices, Elmer Wayne Henley and David Owen Brooks, would get paid for finding the young victims and bringing them to Corll, where they would be sexually assaulted, tortured, and killed. Eventually, Henley turned on Corll, killed him during an argument, then confessed to police about the murders. Henley led police to the bodies of teenagers who Corll buried on the beach between Galveston and Port Arthur. As the search for victims was underway, Henley talked to reporters.
I never said there were 30 people. I said 24. The name's Junior, not Elmer Wayne Henley. Well, what? Get your pictures.
Corll had also buried his victims at his boat shed in Pasadena and in a national forest in East Texas. In all, at least 28 teenage boys and young men were killed between 1970 and 1973. Henley and Brooks were convicted of murder in 1974. Brooks died of COVID in prison. Henley is being considered for parole this week. Bob Buckaloo, KVUE News.